Companies needs to assist reduce the price of residing. A brand new write-up on the price of residing points out. Boris Johnson's brand new price of residing record points out exclusive companies needs to come to the gathering and also help along with climbing price of residing. David Buttress was actually selected previously today, and also his objective is actually to address the troubles households encounter when faced with rising rates for meals, gas and also simple requirements. Simply Eat's founder informed the BBC that he will make use of his placement to motivate veteran good close friends and also associates to aid the English. He are going to have actually 6 months in the task. However, no spending plan to improve costs or even ministerial powers to reduce tax obligations. Therefore, exactly just what performs he believe he may provide in the overdue task? In his first media talk tour, he claimed, "Folks are going to view if I be successful or even neglect." He claimed his 3 solutions of effectiveness will be actually creating actual sensible interferences to obtain meal stores, energies and also recreation companies to reduce sets you back. If you consider all of the cash that is invested in advertising and also performing bargains to advertise a number of the huge recreation tasks that the English folks delight in, let's get a number of that cash. Let's redouble it about what definitely concerns to folks, which is actually creating their rates more very reasonable, therefore their cash goes more and also they may still delight in a great time out as a family members. Mr. Buttress was selected as cost of living czar in the middle of a pointy improve in rates. Inflation, the price at which rates growth, is actually presently at a 40-year higher of 9%, and also the Financial Institution of England has actually alerted it might go over 11% this year. As qualified advisors to federal authorities, tsars have the tendency to create files and also get a clean take a check out deep-seated social troubles like homelessness, medicine dependency and also antisocial actions. Labour Prime Preacher Tony Blair and also Gordon Brownish such as to appoint that Tsar. During the course of David Cameron's presidency, God Sugar, Jamie Oliver and also Mary Portas were actually acquainted experiences on TV, moonlighting as political advisors. The final master, Mr. Buttress is actually a happy Welshman. He is actually chairman of Dragons Rugby Union Club in Newport, and also a popular supporter of Welsh self-reliance. He has actually likewise was an extreme critic of the Westminster federal authorities, and also required Mr. Johnson to surrender over Partygate. On his private Twitter profile previously he has actually criticized a complete lack of expenditure in the nation and also named electing traditional an action of self-harm. He likewise claimed that people in 3 youngsters in grains maturing in hardship took years of forget to produce and also no gathering in the final 100 years has actually carried out more harm to grains compared to conservatives. Talked to if he stood up through these sites he claimed, "You need to remember I possessed never ever complied with any one of the group in number 10, the very minimum of all of undoubtedly the head of state. I have regularly been actually extremely brilliantly colored on social networking sites. I have regularly appreciated the banter of Twitter. There is an actually necessary work to accomplish right below. I believe it points out whatever approximately this federal authorities and also the head of state that in fact they are placing a person like me in position. That definitely appreciates it. That wishes to bring in a large influence around. I understand exactly just what challenging appears like. In 2015, the government's education and learning catch-up Tsar Mam Kevin Collins resigned after pastors didn't dedicate to almost the quantity of financing he notion was actually needed to take care of the issue. Therefore, exactly how are going to Mr. Buttress encourage pastors to rear his tips? Therefore Tsar isn't really simply a label to resemble activity is actually being taken? I do not believe I need to encourage anybody. I believe exactly just what I need to carry out is actually leave my behind and also promotion some sensible traits in position about those regions we have talked about that struck people's actual lifestyles. None people needs to rest right below and also take a browse the space and also marvel that may supervise of this particular. We're all together, therefore we're expecting viewing our long-time organization and also field associates pertain to the gathering following year 6 months and also assist. Buttress is actually a millionaire and also prosperous endeavor capitalist. However she insurance cases that she understands exactly how challenging she appears. I didn't top a enchanted lifestyle. I matured in Southern Grains in the 1980s and also very early 1990s in a solitary moms and dad loved ones of 3 brothers. It was actually an extremely tough setting. Her mommy jobs part-time at Sainsbury's, therefore she understands exactly how difficult it is actually. At 11 years of ages, I went and also obtained a report rounded therefore I might bring in a payment to aid my mum out in the once a week store. I prefer to believe I am still attached to that in truth each in regards to my friends and family. I have obtained the exact very same relationship team I have regularly possessed considering that I was actually a little one. And also I prefer to believe I have actually an actual compassion along with exactly just what folks are actually experiencing at the moment. That is exactly just what steers the enthusiasm within me to throw down the gauntlet. Honestly, if I failed to have actually that enthusiasm and also wish to throw down the gauntlet I would not need to carry out it. I definitely believe this concerns the BBC survey quota. The federal authorities is actually determined to become viewed to become performing whatever it may to combat climbing rates, along with viewpoint polls proposing the problem might affect on the traditional elect the following basic political vote. Casting. Chancellor Rishi Sunak final month revealed a £15 billion British plan to aid one of the absolute most prone deal with climbing sets you back. However pastors have actually confessed they cannot assist everyone regularly, and also somewhat they go to the grace of worldwide markets. Talk to exactly just what regions Mr. Buttress will work with. His brand new employers at the closet workplace highlighted rate securing projects through stores Asda, Sainsbury's and also shoes, where the rate of staple products are actually reduced and also inhibited area for a minimal time frame, as an instance of exactly just what the economic sector is actually performing to aid. Movie doubters have actually recommended that such projects are actually an advertising and marketing method, along with the rate of various other products going around purchase it. Helen Dickinson, main manager of the English Cell Consortium, claimed stores were actually striving to sustain consumers having a hard time as a result of the climbing price of residing.